we did like the most incredible songs in 1 week. We did Not Too Late, Stay, um, anything else that's come out. We did Never Told, and a few more joints like that haven't even come out yet in 1 week. And it just felt incredible. We was out in LA, it was wine in the session, it was good people around, good conversations. So we would have conversations. Anybody knows I No ID, like you gotta give your first 3 hours, 4 hours of the studio session, maybe even your whole first day to just like a good talk. So we used to have these talks, and then I would kind of apply this to the music sometimes. So Stay was like maybe towards the end of the process, and he just looped up this sample. And while he's looping up the sample, I'm writing the words. And before you know it, I had the song. And Stay was my favorite, you know what I mean? My favorite song. That was absolutely going on my first album. But I guess I just chalk it up to my inexperience in the game. I used to get calls from like the A&R. Like, yo, what we doing with these No ID records? Mind you, I got a ton of records. He'd be like, yo, what you doing with Stay? I'm like, yo, I think Stay's going to be an interlude on the album. Keep it as an interlude. What I didn't know was the A&R's really asking me, yo, are we paying No ID for these records? Because I got a budget, and I didn't know. He's not saying that, but he's like, yo, what we doing? And I'm just telling you, yeah. And he like, you know, as time goes on, it's just kind of like, I'm not solidifying it, you know what I mean? Which basically means I'm not locking down the beat. So I didn't buy that beat from No ID. Long story short, I didn't buy that beat from No ID. Nas bought that beat from No ID. Nas didn't even know I did a joint on it either, and he probably just heard it. I don't even know if he knows, but I had that shit first. Right around the time my album was coming out, the first album, I hit No ID like, yo, can I get Stay tracked out? Like, can I get the track out for Stay so we can mix it? And he was like, yo, Nas got that beat, and I was like, what do you mean Nas got that beat? And it taught me a lesson real quick. Like, you got a body. If you want a record, you got to put some money down on it. You know what I mean? Same thing happened with Tears of Joy, the Rick Ross joint. I smacked myself. That's two classics that was supposed to be mine. But Tears of Joy, I couldn't have did what Ross did on that. We was in a bad place. Me and No ID was in the studio. Label was on me about some hits. It was a bad session. Like, you know what I mean? It was a bad session. So I like squeezed out a verse on Tears of Joy, but I was not in a good place to do anything close to what Ross did on that. So I smacked myself about those, dog. Honestly, I heard Nas joint one time. I can't listen again. Like, it's hard for me. For me, Stay is always like gonna be mine. And I give it up. Like, it's his record. Like, it's rightfully his. He put it out first, but like I can't listen. He killed it too, but I'm gonna forever be like, you know what I mean? Mary. I smacked myself a lot about that, yo.